What's up? This is Out of Pocket. I'm lajethro Jenkins.
I'm former UCLA Hall of Fame bench warmer.
Former manager of the year, Zach Schwartz.
How you feel about Kansas winning? Your former
Happy.
player, Remy Martin.
Remy Martin. Good for you.
Remy Martin. Who gives a fuck about the game? Let's just keep it real. We had three of the best names. So I put up a tweet mentioning two of the best names I'd ever heard in college basketball history, Leaky Black and Remy Martin. Remy, obviously. Remy Martin, Bowl, or that God tier. What do y'all do the S tier video? Like God tier level. But then Puff Johnson as well, who may be my cousin.
Puff Johnson.
He was puffing a little too hard in the second half when he yacked all over the court.
He was going crazy, though.
Willie beaming.
Leaky Johnson. Wait, Leaky Black makes sense, even though it sounds
Leaky
crazy.
Johnson.
Leaky Johnson. Well,
Leaky Johnson's problem. You got to go see your doctor.
Right.
You got Leaky Johnson. Hey, but them young kids messing around in New Orleans, somebody left with the Leaky Johnson.
Yeah, sir.
The fucking drunkenness and just the streets of New Orleans were so drunk. Literally, I was at the Final Four game, sold out of beer before the Duke UNC game.
What?
Tried to get nachos. I was just going in at nachos and the Diet Coke, because you guys know me. I don't really turn up like that. No beers, just drunkards everywhere. People, and this is the thing, like Vegas, New Orleans, these places, white people, Caucasians, as I call them in New Orleans. Caucasians. Handle your liquor. It's okay. Just because they have like the 40-ounce, margaritas and everything, you can get the 20-ounce.
Yeah.
If you can't handle, literally vomit, beads, nastiness all over the street, steam, fart, mid-weed just engulfing not fire,
New Orleans.
not California.
Not in, come on,
You got to bring it from home.
Mississippi River.
You gotta
Mississippi River is like a straight boo-boo lake.
Right,
just
right.
a boo-boo waterway.
Come on.
It's brown and boo-booey.
Bro, New Orleans is a great city. You talking mad.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying. Boo-boo River.
You was hanging in the place that the people from New Orleans don't hang. You got to go to Bacchanal, get you a glass of wine, listen to some live music.
I wasn't hanging. I'm old.
Elevated experience. You feel me?
I'm old and washed, as you know. I just had to see. I hadn't been there in years. I hadn't been there since like Super Bowl when Cap versus the Ravens and the powerhouses, whatever. I didn't go to the game, but I was in the vicinity. I was getting a bag previously.
Yeah.
But and I'm just like, oh, this is disgusting. And literally haven't cleaned the streets since. But shout out, food was great. Other than that,
stay away from bourbon. Stay away from bourbon.
Yeah.
But yo, to me, Leaky Johnson. I keep saying Leaky Johnson.
That's his name.
We gotta say the
new name is Leaky Johnson.
No,
Johnson.
Leaky Black. Leaky Black.
Leaky African.
Because his name is Malik. Remy Martin, that's his actual name. His parents named him that. That's wild, G.
And
respect to them.
Burbank's finest.
I can't help but wonder, like, where obviously we wouldn't have won a title had he stayed at ASU. So I'm happy he got his. I don't think it didn't help his draft stock because he went to look at the draft. I think he used that sort of as a way to get himself free of ASU. Like, you know what? I went to the draft. My stock isn't where it should be. I want to go somewhere where I can play on the highest stage. I know he had some issues with Bill Self because Bill Self slashed the fuck out of his minutes. This is the guy who was
8 points a game, bro.
This is the guy who preseason was the projected to be conference player of the year, and his minutes cut. He's the sixth man off the bench, and he just accepted. And he was a dog through the tournament, dog in the conference tournament, and I'm very happy for him. Closest I think I'm getting to a national championship as an ASU fan anytime soon.
That counts, but this is my thing with Remy Martin.
No, it doesn't.
I would love to see Remy as he takes his game to the next level, goes to the NBA. Every time he shoots a three and makes it, he needs to yell 1738. That'll be his kind of stock thing. Take it from Fetty Wap. But thank you, Remy. And I just want to ask you guys, as we look back at college basketball history,
question: you really think Remy's gonna go to the next level? You think you see
he'll get it back somewhere?
Yeah.
His name is Remy Martin. Who doesn't want little Remy on their squad?
His three looks better than it did when it was at ASU. It's very, very slow. And I think
he's already undersized
for sure. But
in the NBA, shooting a slow jumper.
No, Remy Martin slander. Remy Martin and Bol will always have a place on the roster.
I see Caleb Love in the league. Caleb was a dog.
He looks like Nick Young too much for me. I know he's a St. Louis dude, but every time I looked at him, I just kept thinking of the Nick Young meme where he shoots the three and turns around the midfield. He wasn't doing that. He was getting buckets and serving. I think Paolo Banchero, for me, watching that Final Four game,
so smooth,
light-skinned Italian. Paul the Banker. Paul the Banker. Name translation. He's about to have big bank coming soon. Paul the Banker, but 6'10", giving him. It was like Tatum, Lamar Odom. I was just saying shades. He was diming dudes, and they were tricking his dimes off. So I blame Coach K. Coach K, you deserve that L because you didn't go to Paolo.
I don't know how you can look at Paolo's game and say you should take Chet over him.
Paolo can do
understand.
whatever he wants. He's bigger, he's strong. He can do anything that Chet can do on the court too.
He has this move where that spin back that he has in the lane where I'm like, the fact how smooth that is, and he'll go the other way with it too. I'm like, God.
Chet likes black people food, so I don't know.
They compared him to KD. I'm like, bro,
Get
stop.
the fuck. You don't have to do this.
We don't. Right. Just let him
He
be
can just
himself.
exist.
Right now,
There's
this
no
is
other
no
KD, dog.
No chest slander. He's more like KD minus. All right, you got to okay. Summer school study, get that up to a D, Chief. All right, it's not there yet. It could be. I'm not even hating, but for those who don't remember what Kevin Durant was doing at Texas with the slender build, not being able to hit 185 one time. Imagine getting busted by a dude who can't even lift weights,
bro. 26
like 20,
games
you know,
at that point. Something wild like that, bro.
You don't remember Texas KD, and that's the problem. Like Chet, great player, obviously shout out to Gonzaga, but KD was a different type of animal. You knew KD was league. You knew he was going to translate to the league, even though he couldn't bench press. We was going to get him on a weight program. Still have not done it.
KD was like Shake Shack. Chet's like Airport Burger King. Like it's in the same category.
I don't even fuck with Shake Shack.
They both are burgers, you know, like
they're both humans, I guess. You know what I mean? That's basically what you just said.
I guess heavy-handed comparison, but yeah.
But I want to ask y'all, college basketball. Obviously, we had with Puff Johnson, Leaky Black. We had Remy Martin. What's the best college basketball name that you've ever heard? I'm gonna throw some names in the pot. We got Cle Anthony Early from back in the day. Kofi Cockburn, which it's a good name, but I'm just not gonna say Kofi Cockburn.
No.
You got Cockburn though, like you know.
Well, no part of that. Well, no part of that.
It's like when teams are like the Peacocks or the Gamecocks and they call them the Cocks. It's just like, no, I'm juvenile. You can't do that.
I don't know, like I wouldn't say a particular college name, but the wildest name that I've ever heard was a dude from Chilton County, Alabama. His name was Chetedis.
Wow.
I'm like, wow. You can smell that name. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's the wildest name I've ever heard. So
I think favorite Hooper name for me, either D'Antonio Wingfield, Cincy legend, but just because this is a great name. Or I'm going to go Jalen Rose, because Jalen Rose, when that name first came out, it just cuts glass. It's silky. He looks like a Jalen Rose. When you see like, okay, this is a name that's destined for somebody who's going to really get buckets. Like we do on this channel.
I used to want my name to be Rasheed Wallace, though, as a kid.
Rasheed Wallace.
I thought that was the coldest name ever. Like, bro, you were made to be a something. Basketball player or something. Rasheed Wallace isn't just going to be out here
really
being
rolls
regular
out
like me. You feel me?
And shout out Scientific Map and Majestic Map from the old school days. I believe St. Raymond's and Rice. I remember the first time I saw it, it was either Scientific or Majestic and like a little high school media guy because my brother was playing. I'm like, this is the most phenomenal shit I've ever seen. His name is really Scientific Map? Okay.
I'm trying to think like who I encountered when I was at ASU. Like when I was manager, we didn't have that many like interesting names coming through the Pac-12. This is not an interesting name, but like he became memorable, and we would always like yell Roberto if people were doing, you know, like interesting sus things, because Roberto Nelson, who was at Oregon State, was like notorious for using the dark arts to try to box you out.
Oh wow!
What can we talk about that?
Avi Story at Arizona State was another dude like that.
I just didn't need it.
Another Oregon State legend though. Lamar Hurd, and we just because we were saying you heard back then a lot, so we'd be like, Lamar, and we don't know why. He found out about it and he laughed about it. He was a nice kid, but it was just like, Hurd was always a funny name. And then Salim Stoudemire, just probably the best name in college basketball.
Yeah.
I love
a name that you can
like the best name ever, bro. Like outside of college, whatever. Remy Martin, bro. That's a fire ass name. All right, so we have to talk about the Lakers. Magic came out speaking his truth. You know what I mean? Are they going to make the playoffs? Bron not playing. Shit getting ugly around here, my G.
Magic Kareem out here dry snitching and hating.
We all knew, though, Josiah. We knew who made that decision.
Who? Rob Pelinka in the Lakers organization?
I'm not going to talk.
So, okay. Look.
We knew LeBron made that decision. So if LeBron just made a bad decision, that's okay.
Okay, if we're going to blame LeBron for that decision, blame LeBron for that, can we also give LeBron Pelinka's Executive of the Year award then? If that's the way we're going to play it.
This one right here, can we make sure that we just get a Chiron on screen? Everything he's saying, this message is sponsored by Clutch Sports. Just on
a clutch bag yet. It's forthcoming. Like bags from bags from Steph, bags from it doesn't matter. I'm getting bags from all your favorite players. Willingly.
Bro, we knew LeBron made that decision, dog.
Well, shit, make it enough. Like Smokey's mom told him with that $1 when he went to go get some cigarettes. Make it enough, Pelinka. Make it enough, Frank.
I wanted it to work. I wanted it so bad for Russ. I wanted him to be this amazing story of the LA kid comes back to LA, and we're not gonna get that.
It was a setup, and I feel like, you know, they're talking about Vogel might be losing his job. G, he out of here. They finna replace him with Doc. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Vogel can't make that work. It was never going to work. Like you said, I was super excited about it. I wanted it to work. And like I said last episode, then I thought for a second. It doesn't make sense. That Venn diagram between Bron and Westbrook and what they do is like a circle, bro. And Bron does everything better. We didn't need him. But we could have kept the small pieces, like Magic said, that would give us a defensive, pieces.
Magic is full of shit.
He is.
I love Magic. I love Magic. Magic's talking about DeMar and keeping all these people, according to salary cap experts, shout out Original Gio and the rest of the people who do way more than that than I do, because I'm just a regular dude who smokes marijuana in the garage like a square.
Me too.
That's what happens when you start delivering a family life. But Magic was like, they could have DeMar and Bam, like it wouldn't have worked with the cap. No, I'm just saying Bam and Bam.
Okay, I'm gonna say
They could have DeMar, Kemp, KCP, and Caruso. It wouldn't have worked out financially with what was going on, and DeMar would have had to do a sign and trade with the Spurs.
They couldn't have kept for $12 million. They couldn't have kept Caruso.
They could have kept Caruso, but it wouldn't have worked out.
They couldn't have kept the entire core as that team, plus getting DeMar in, I think is the.
So here's who's really to blame. Where is Kendrick Nunn? Kendrick Nunn, you out here wearing red leather pants like Eddie Murphy. You out here really swag, flared out. This is my thing with guys that are hurt. If you miss like a certain amount of games, get your ass off the bench. Go get treatment. I think we all respect you a lot more. He's in the back getting rubbed out, getting massaged, getting whatever. He can't even be here for this 3 hours, jumping up and sell. Like, wait a minute. You jumping up and celebrating.
I really was looking forward to seeing Kendrick Nunn with this team. 100%.
We can't.
I'm so sad.
We can't grade this team without seeing Kendrick Nunn. That's my whole thing. With Kendrick Nunn, this is a championship level squad. With AD playing a full season, this is a championship level squad. We didn't have that. Okay. We didn't have that. Let's make that the excuses rain freeze. LA's Hollywood. We lie. That's how it goes. Fuck your team. Everybody who's clowning, when your team loses, you're getting clowned too. I hope the Warriors go to the finals to take that L. We didn't get the chance to see this team with Kendrick Nunn, and that four-headed monster.
Can I say one thing?
I want to
finish that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Four-headed monster.
Kendrick Nunn.
Hypothetically, if Kendrick Nunn plays, that's a 78-4 team. Look, we don't give a fuck. We're joking around.
Yeah.
Your team's not gonna win either.
No, true.
Shut up. And motherfuckers want to clown.
Unless your team's
exactly. Unless your team is a Buck. And if you're a Brooklyn Nets fan,
you might as well be where we at.
The Kines better not be saying nada nair nada.
We starting vacation early, baby. You feel me?
Can I ask you guys? So they get rid of Vogel. Are you excited for the machine of, who's available? Coach K. Are you excited for like the insane names? Bring back Phil! Bring back Phil! Get the fuck out of here!
Rambis is one of the names they're adding in. He has 40 games under his belt.
Here, bro. This is what they need to do. Just let Twitter coach. Let polls every play. What should we run?
Let's make decisions from
1-4 flat. What should we run? Boop. 56% said bam. All right, let's get it. Let Twitter retweets, quote tweets, all count. Hashtag it appropriately. Hashtag the name of the player that should get the next play.
Look at these names though. For
please.
Doc, Quinn Snyder, which were two coaches that are still working.
Yeah.
And, Vogel hasn't been fired yet. And they already talking about, there's conversations going on behind the man back. Cold world, you feel me?
Yeah.
Mike Brown, Kurt Rambis.
Kurt, the first thing to know is Kurt is like super inside that Lakers organization because his wife, Kurt Rambis' wife, is Jeannie Buss's best friend.
Well, you know what?
So that's
Jeannie needs to fucking expand her circle.
Truly. Truly.
That's
and so Kurt's been like an insider helping with all this just in general. So I don't think he should get the job.
So then Kurt Rambis should be to blame for all of this.
I don't want to go to that. I went to high school with his daughter. I'll say Quinn Snyder's probably an option because that team looks like it's about to implode.
Yep. Quinn Snyder's a legend.
He's an awesome coach, and I think he'd be good here.
Doc might be an option too because he already on hardest bag side.
He don't want to be there.
He does not want to be there. Not with that.
Doc. This man will tell you Doc sucks.
Oh no, I don't want Doc.
No.
I rock with Doc.
Would you
that lineup?
Is there a college coach you'd grab?
Holding on tight, G. You feel me?
Is there a college coach you'd grab? Genuinely,
I don't believe.
Not like K. You don't think that?
Good on that, bro. I'm good on experience.
Who's going to be able to work with LeBron and that crew? Let LeBron play or coach.
You know what sucks now is looking back at that Ty Lue stuff. Because like, look at what Ty Lue did with
break a bag.
Clippers team. This Clippers team, no offense, not a pretty roster,
what was the
and
reasoning
they're
behind that. What was the reason? They offered him 3 years. Why would they?
Because what they were worried was that they were worried it was like just sort of they didn't realize that Ty Lue is that guy, and they thought, oh, it's just a pawn for LeBron. And if LeBron leaves, then we're stuck with Ty Lue. That was their logic.
Here's the thing about Ty Lue. Ty Lue, amazing assistant coach in that 2016 Cavs team that won the championship. LeBron, head coach of that squad. If we're blaming LeBron, for this team, then we're crediting LeBron.
How you feel about
for
this,
being head coach of the 2016 Cavs? Chuck back the Warriors.
Chuck, man.
What are we doing? Oh, but it's LeBron's fault if it doesn't work out. But then if they win a championship, then it's bubble LeBron.
Coach, you know what I'm saying?
It's LeBubble. It's LeMickey and A Disney. But where was your team? What ride were they on? What part of the theme park were they at? Were they invited?
All right, what was the greatest warm-up song you guys ever had when you were playing basketball?
I mean, I grew up in a washed era. I'll let you go first because we had the same song. I'm not going to jack the song, but I will follow up with some stories.
Growing up in the South, it was fuck the mother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Murder.
The C murder. That shit was so crazy, bro.
So I was at UCLA during a great era because Master P was heavy in LA at that point. He used to show up with his P. Miller gear. For those that don't remember,
I was fucking with him out here too.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that's
Master
what's
P would show up at the runs.
Master
Master P, Silk, the whole crew. Mystical would just be there. He wouldn't hoop. But that C Murder track, we used to do our little pregame huddle and we'd be singing that. And now that I think back on it, we had a lot of white boosters that were in the vicinity, just dropping heavy N-words, and it was what it was.
They was chiming in?
No, I'm saying we were. But they would hear. Oh my God. They would hear, and it's like, ooh, these blacks aren't employable. But Master P would show up with the P. Miller gear. For those who don't know, P. Miller just used to rip, like if it was a Hawks jersey, he would just get rid of the Hawks and put P. Miller on it. But it was the most phenomenal gear of all time. They used to have DeMar and Romeo on like the back of Source magazine. Some of the greatest promos ever. But we were really rocking with No Limit at that point because Master P was heavy. His nephew Donald actually was on the squad when I was a freshman for a little bit. Then some janky shit happened. But
Could he play?
He played with like Daniel Ewing and I think TJ Ford and that crew from Houston or whatever in high school. But had like the souped up minivan, just super baller. But just like the No Limit era really had a huge impact on our life. And we were also in LA around the time of Kanye. When you go back and watch Genius, like literally that Denny's was our local Denny's. I was probably in the back getting it in, doing whatever while he was filming that shit. Not rolling, like it's not really bars, Chief, but close. It's close. Keep working. Refine it, and one day you might be something. Really cutting in front of Kanye at Miyagi's or whatever. Like, yeah, not big enough name. You still like Hooper's here, but nonetheless.
What was this song?
Loved DMX. We talked about this Till I Collapse, the Eminem song, because that came out with this Call of Duty ad, and I fucking loved it. But the biggest one that we were talking about is that Fort Minor song, which is so tacky and so overplayed. But that was on every Hoops mixtape. Because I remember when I was working at AAC, we'd have people send in their mixtapes. Yeah, motherfuckers are putting that song on tapes like 5 years later. It was like, how am I still listening to this piece of shit song? So those were the ones I had.
Hoops mixtapes never had songs that you wanted to hoop to. All right, that's the show. I'm lajethro Jenkins.
I'm your Lord and Savior, Josiah Johnson.
I'm Zach Schwartz. Shout out to Remy Martin. Congrats on that national title.
Oh, we still proud of you, Caleb Love.
We sipping. Pull up, Remy.
Let's go.
Drink your namesake.
Oh, hello, Buckets. Did you enjoy that video? Well, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to the channel, check out some of the other videos we have. They're all fantastic. Also, like the video and make sure to comment on it. Anything you want to tell any of us.